Hey everyone, this is a super exciting day because it's our first day of using our algebra textbooks. So we're going to do notes real quick and then you're going to have your first online assignment. So big things are happening. So we are doing section 1 over 2 days. Today is the basic one-step equations, and then tomorrow we'll look at how to handle fractions, how to handle decimals, things like that. So here is our first example. So in your notebooks, you should be writing this down. Solving equations is not something that I want you to do in your head. So just get in the habit of writing this down. So this is section 1.1, day 1. Here is our first example, example A. So we have x minus 7 equals -5. So we solve equations using inverse operations. And the whole goal is to isolate the variable. So here's my variable, it's the x. I want to isolate the x, okay? And through inverse operations, you can see the way I do that is to add 7. So I want to undo the subtracting 7 to get the x by itself. That's the whole goal here. So I'm going to put plus 7 on one side, plus 7 on the other side, okay? Think of this as like a balance. Anything you do over here, you have to do over here. Okay, so those guys are just going to cross out, and -5 plus 7 is +2. So my answer here is x equals 2. I usually put a box around it, so if you want to box that in your notes, go for it. All right, if you need more time, pause. If not, I'm going to try to keep this video moving a little on the quicker side today, since this is, probably something you've seen before. So example B, we have -7 equals 13 plus W. So I want to get rid of the plus 13 so that W is by itself. The whole goal is to isolate the W, okay? So we're going to use inverse operations. The inverse is what undoes whatever's bothering your variable. So if I want to undo adding 13, I actually need to subtract 13. And I'm going to do it from both sides of the equal sign. Okay, so these two are just going to cross out. And what I actually need to do is -7 minus 13, which is going to be -20 equals W. And we typically write it with the variable in the front. So your final answer is actually W equals -20. Now, if you want to check to see if you're right, you just take this guy, plug it right back into here, and see if these two things really do equal, okay? Does -7 equal 13 plus -20? And of course it does. All right, here's example C. So I have 3x equals 33. So I want to get that x by itself, and anytime you have a number right next to a variable, that's actually multiplication. So I want to undo multiplying by 3. You undo multiplying, the inverse of multiplying is actually dividing. So if I want to undo multiplying by 3, I have to divide this side by 3, which means I have to divide this side by 3 as well. So we're just going to use the fraction to show division. And then 3 over 3, that equals 1x, or just x. And then on the right-hand side, 33 over 3 equals 11. Box her in, you're good to go. All right, next we have x over 3 equals -15. This right here is a way in algebra that we write division. So this is actually x divided by 3. And we just talked about how dividing undoes multiplying. Well, multiplying undoes dividing. So if I want to undo the dividing by 3, I need to multiply both sides by 3. And that's going to get rid of the 3's on the left-hand side. Just leave me with the x. Drop down your equal, and -15 times 3 is -45. All right, box her in, and you're good to go. All right, here's E. So I have -5y equals 25. This one's like the one we looked at 2 slides ago with all the 3's. We have multiplying that y by -5. We undo multiplying by dividing. So I need to divide both sides by -5. That gives me y equals, and then a positive divided by a negative is going to be a negative, and it's -5. Boxer in, good to go. All right, F, we have W plus a -7 equals 13. Now I'm going to clean up these double signs. If you're adding a negative, that's the same thing as subtracting. So once you clean up your signs, it's a little easier to see what the inverse is. If you don't need to see that, if you already know how to get rid of adding -7, you can go for it. I think it's always easiest to clean things up and then start doing your math. So if I want to undo subtracting 7, I just need to add 7. So I'm going to add 7 to both sides. These guys go away. I get W equals 13 plus 7 is 20. And we are actually almost done for today. I told you guys today was a pretty short lesson. This is the very basic one-step equations, so not too much to cover. So on this guy, we need to get rid of, it's kind of like the last one, we need to get rid of adding a negative. So you could rewrite this if you wanted to make it y minus 15, and then you'd add 15 to both sides. I like to just focus on this term. So it's a -15. I want to make it go away. So I need to figure out what would I add to a -15, or what would I do to a -15 to make it a 0, and you would add 15. So this one's kind of tricky. Again, if you just want to rewrite it y minus 15, that might be an easier approach. But we are going to cross these guys out. They equal 0. That's how we get it to go away. Drop your y down. Over here we have -6 plus 15. That's a 9. And we always rewrite it with the variable in the front. All right. That is actually all I have for you guys today. Like I said, kind of keeping it on the shorter side. So now what? If you look in Google Classroom, there is not an assignment in your classwork, which I'm a little nervous about because I think some people might think, oh, there's no homework tonight. There is homework tonight. You have to log into your textbook to find your assignment, though. It is not posted in Google Classroom, okay? I will add it to the description of this video, but you have to get in the habit now. It's kind of hard because once we finally got used to the taking pictures and uploading them way of doing assignments, now I'm switching it up on you guys. So hopefully you find this a little easier, but you are going to log into Clever, just like we practiced that first day of school. So it's clever.com, and then find your school. If your home school is Belleville West, click on Belleville West. If your home school is Belleville East, click on Belleville East. Honestly, I think it takes you to the same place anyway. Once you log into Clever, you will see links to a bunch of stuff. That's how we found the STAR test, but your Big Ideas textbook is on there. So click on Big Ideas and log in. I think if you go through Clever, though, it should log you in already. If not, then I'm not sure. I just use my school username and password. So if it doesn't automatically log in through Clever, just try your username and password. If you guys are having issues, I'll post another video, but give that a shot and see if it works for you. You should have an assignment waiting for you once you log into the Big Ideas. So Clever gets you to Big Ideas. Big Ideas gets you to your assignment. Now, the reason that online assignments are so great is that it gives you guys tips. There are actually worked out examples you can see that align with the problems. There's a tutoring button on some of the questions you can click, and there's actually someone there that can help talk you through it. There's a calculator that's right inside the assignment. There's just so many resources. So your assignment today shouldn't be super challenging. It's just these one-step equations. So practice using the different tools that are available to you through the book assignments. Like I said, there's the calculator. Even if you don't need a calculator, maybe try practicing typing some stuff in. Just explore the website a little bit, get your assignment done, and email me if you guys have questions. So again, your assignment is not in Google Classroom. It's only on our textbooks website, and that is Big Ideas. You can access it through Clever. Get that assignment done as soon as you can, and let me know if you have any issues. I will talk to you guys tomorrow. Bye.